Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
Be quality conscious and continue to improve on your production processes. Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria tells latest beneficiaries of the Mandatory Conformity Assessment Program Certification Scheme as the agency uncovers a syndicate that specializes on the production of substandard stainless wares in Ilorin, Kwara State, plus a special focus on the car battery. A warm welcome to another edition of your program, Standard and You. It's no doubt Africa's flagship program on product safety and quality, brought to you by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, the SON. Our transmission time is 6:30 p.m. on the network service of the NTA every Monday. Please accept the warm regards of the Director General of the SON, management and competent staff of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Please sit tight, relax and enjoy the program, the last edition in the month of November 2019. I am Ifoma Okonkwo. I'll be back shortly.
As we speak, we still consider lubricants as life-threatening because it's the life wire of our movement, of our industrialization, of our economy. Anything that threatens the blood that these things use in running. And if we take it lightly, we're all going to be doomed together. And I sincerely beg that I won't be part of such a process.
My experience with SON is fantastic because I never, in my wildest imagination, thought just one meeting would solve my problem.
Nice to have you join us on the program. We begin by telling you that the Standards Organization of Nigeria has uncovered a syndicate of Egyptians who specialize in importing substandard stainless cooking wares into Nigeria. The suspects are in police custody. Here are details of the illegal activities by the foreigners.
According to officials of the SON, the seizure and arrest was sequel to complaints from consumers in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, Omuaran, Ofa, Shongo, and several locations within the state. Officials of the agency told Standard and You that the three Egyptians conduct their illegal business from a warehouse on GRA in Ilorin through direct marketing and sale of the product. Upon investigation, it was discovered by officials of the SON that the products were not registered with the SON and imported into the country without the necessary import document. The agency has evacuated the over 170 cartons of the substandard stainless cooking wares. It also discovered and seized 30 cartons of electric blenders without import documents and SON's registration number. The suspects have been handed over to the police for further investigation.
Welcome back and thanks for being a part of the program. Did you know that 5 factories have been awarded with the SON's Mandatory Conformity Assessment Program MANCAP certificates? These companies have improved on their processes and have met the minimum requirements of the Nigerian Industrial Standard. Please take a look.
The presentation of MANCAP certificates to deserving companies is no doubt the climax of the certification process of the scheme, which was introduced in 2006. For representatives of these companies, the MANCAP certificate is a mission accomplished, a document which they say will provide them the much-needed competitive edge and comparative advantage at both local and global markets. 2 out of the 5 companies made history by being the first to be awarded MANCAP certificate for distribution of power transformers and wooden flush doors and kitchen cabinets, while urging the recipients of the MANCAP certificate to remain committed to excellence. The state coordinator of the agency, Dimka Gambo, advised them to rise to the challenge of improving on their production processes and never compromise on quality. The certificate, he stressed, is subject to revalidation after 3 years.
You're watching Standard and You, SON's authoritative program on television on product quality and safety. Do not forget our transmission time is 6:30 p.m. every Monday on this station. Don't miss it. It's an all-important component of your car. Without this all-valuable product, your car cannot function. It's the car battery. How much of these life-endangering products do you know? Sit back, relax as we tell you all you should know about the car battery and what the SON is doing to ensure that you get value for your money when you purchase one from the market. Please take a look.
That was the sound of a vehicle made possible by a battery that activates the ignition system of a car. The car or automotive battery stores electricity to start and keep your car running. It converts chemical energy to electrical energy needed to power the car. There are different types of batteries sold in the market. They are of different sizes and brands. The bulk of the products in the market are imported into Nigeria, especially from Asian countries.
We have China product, we have Korea product, we have European product at the moment.
We have dry cell battery, we have water cell. Dry cell battery is CMF, sealed maintenance free. That we can use it inside your car, you can park the car, travel 1 month, 2 months, when you come back to start, it will start. For dry cell battery, that is CMF. So why water battery is the one that when you buy now, you have to wait something like 30 to 1 hour before you start using it, because we have to put what we call electrolyte inside the battery, and when you put it, you have to leave it something like 1 hour or 30 minutes to make sure that the battery charged before you use it inside the car. Why dry cell is that something that you can just buy now, like this one that I just sold now. You can use this instantly without charging it. There is 150 amps, there is 200, there is 100 amps, there is 75, 7, 18 amps.
The battery has a lifespan of 3 to 5 years depending on capacity, charging system, weather and maintenance.
2014, and it just gave me a little problem. They just checked it now, and it has not that it's terribly bad, but then they find out that I needed a bigger capacity because of the capacity of the engine.
You can buy battery. Some at time is not using 6 months before we pack up.
I bought a new one that has lasted me for 3 years and still going.
I've been using it for almost a year now, although I bought it new. So it has not given me any issues since then.
It started at 2 years. Started at 2.5 years.
If the alternator have fault, the battery will run down. So you carry it come and recharge it again. Or if the motor is doing R30, like the kick is doing R30, it affects the battery. When you are carrying your battery, maybe your neighbor want to start a motor, you have to go and carry your battery. Let me help with some motor get the capacity of the motor that's using it before. If you pass your own, definitely the battery will get fault. You understand? Instead of that, you can use cable, jumper cable.
Like any other product, there are standards for car battery based on certain parameters such as crankiness, capacity, amps verification, temperature, among others.
The major requirements of the battery, first of all, is to ensure that the battery should be able to start a vehicle, and that we are talking about the cranking capacity. We have an equipment that will test the cranking capacity of the battery, and then we talk about the capacity in itself. If you say your battery is 54 amps, 12 volts, 54 amp hour, the battery will have the capacity and the equipment that will test that capacity of that battery to know whether what you say is 54 amp hour is actually 54 amp hours. And then we have a life cycle tester, we have aging tester, we have the vibration to know if you put them in a vehicle, as the vehicle is vibrating, will the cells be able to stand without breaking? So we'll apply vibrators to them and then set them according to the requirement of the standard. So if they are able to pass through them, we'll know that they have been able to pass that aspect of it. And then if they are able to pass the life cycle, and now a life is charging and discharging, that's the complete life. So we'll charge it and discharge it. And then according to the requirements of the standard, if you discharge it, the number of hours, the number of minutes, the number of seconds that it can stand is what will determine the quality of that the battery.
Although there are used batteries, otherwise known as Tokumbo batteries, the Standards Organization of Nigeria urged consumers not to patronize sellers of such products.
What we ask people to do is to buy new batteries. Tokumbos don't have standards. So if you are going for Tokumbo, that is the used batteries, there is no standard for it. So you cannot lay claim any time that you bought a battery and that battery is not good. You don't know how long that battery was used. You don't know whether a lot had been done to the battery. So there is no, we don't talk about Tokumbo batteries. It's the new ones that will have the standards for that to advise people to buy.
For best performance, experts encourage car owners to take their vehicles to the point of purchase to ascertain compatibility, proper installation, diagnostic test, and servicing when necessary.
You can maintain your batteries by coming for monthly checking of charging system. Or if you go to your mechanic, you service your car, we check the charging system. We know whether it is still working fine. We check the leakage. We know whether it is still standard. This is the simple way to maintain your battery.
The gas tester here, the tester will show you 25%, 50%, it get 100%. If that meter don't reach 100%, so you don't charge full like that. If you overcharge the battery can burst.
Buyers, they agreed, must be guarded by quality marks and indications from trusted dealers and also avoid buying used battery.
If it's a locally manufactured battery, look out for the marker. If it is an imported one, look out for the registration mark on it. If they don't have, then don't even bother to buy. But you still have indicators on it where you can have green, black, white, which will tell you whether it's in order, whether it needs to be replaced or whether it needs to be charged. Those ones are already there. And of course, there are some specific markings according to the requirement of the standard that should be on the battery. So if you look out for those batteries, like if the danger it poses to children should not get near, there are some 6 signs that are supposed to be on it. Those signs, you must ensure that they are there. The rate of the battery should be there. Where is the battery manufactured? Is it a Nigerian-made battery? Is it coming from China? Is it coming from Korea? Those informations are expected to be there. And of course, the rating should be there. If you find that it's suspicious, then don't just buy.
Here are some maintenance tips for your car battery. Clean and keep your car battery tightly fastened. Limit short rides as it prevents your car battery from fully charged. Turn off all lights when you exit from the car. Test your battery regularly. Don't use electronics when car engine is off. Remember, take care of your car and drive safely with your car seat belt always fastened.
The Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Boloma Esquire, has assured operators of small business of the agency's continued support to grow their businesses. The SON boss gave this assurance at the 25th Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Clinic in Asaba, Delta State. The DG, who was represented at the event by the agency's state coordinator, Engineer Mamza Irimiya Ijai, described small and medium enterprises as the engine of growth of any economy. He said the SON has relevant standards that will guarantee the quality of goods produced locally.
Standards Organization of Nigeria (SON) brings a new lease of life to Nigerian SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards aimed at improving the exports of the nation's food and cash crops. This explains why we have developed more standards for Nigeria's produce like sesame, cocoa, garri, and more, courtesy our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turnaround time for SUNCAP and MANCAP to reduce substandard products and legal arm to prosecute offenders. Join the Standards Organization of Nigeria in ridding our nation of substandard goods due to consistent market surveillance and raids. See something, say something. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving life through standards.
Welcome to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. Have you heard of life-endangering products? Yes, life-endangering products. Today, liquefied petroleum gas, LPG cylinder, is used in many Nigerian homes. But did you know, fake and expired LPG cylinder plus poor handling have led to cylinder explosions, leading to loss of lives or causing severe burns. Behind every wall at home, in an office, or a building in general, there are cables that channel electricity for daily consumption. If these electrical cables are not of good quality, it could result in a domestic fire outbreak, posing great danger to lives and property. Just as poor brake pads could place you and your passengers in danger, the campaign against fairly used, substandard and expired tires is significant to the prevention of road accidents, which is life-threatening. Now, imagine what happens when substandard steel bars are used in building construction. Building collapse, which can be disastrous. LPG cylinder, electrical cable, brake fluids and pads, tires, steel bars, solar panel, stabilizer, and more products have been classified as life-endangering products. Life-endangering products are high-risk products as they pose a greater safety risk to consumers because of their nature. Such products requires you as a manufacturer or an importer to be mindful of the fact that the products can put not just one, but many lives in great danger if defective. What about you, the consumer? Remember, life has no duplicates. Be vigilant and quality conscious when making a purchase and during usage. Standards Organization of Nigeria recognizes the need to stay safe. Hence, the agency will stop at nothing in protecting Nigerians from fake and substandard products, and also life-endangering products. Ahmed Umar from Maiduguri says, Standards Organization of Nigeria is doing a good job, but there are some substandard electric wares in the country. God bless SON and God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for reaching out to us. We would intensify our efforts in reading the markets of substandard and fake products. Olajide from Oyo says, there is a lot of fake provisions in Oyo markets, especially in Ibadan and outskirts of the state. Please pay attention to this. Thank you so much for that information. We would investigate and take necessary actions. Chukwudi from Oka says, please keep it up, SON. I am so happy with you people. Only God will reward you. Thank you so much, Chukwudi. It's nice to hear from you. Anonymous Messenger says, what kind of products does the Standards Organization of Nigeria sell? Standards Organization of Nigeria does not sell products. We regulate the quality and safety of products, and sometimes on the program, we bring you special reports on various products to educate you. Vincent from Hadamawa says, I want to express my profound gratitude for this program. It's an eye-opener and encourages the masses. God bless you. Thank you so much, Vincent. It's nice to hear from you. Franklin Ogu says, I'm happy to see this program in Nigeria. It's our pleasure, and keep watching. Anonymous Messenger says, it will be nice if all your state offices do quarterly checks on goods in Nigeria, especially in rural areas. We have market surveillance teams across the nation. They go out to different markets, obtain samples of different products, and take them to the laboratory for testing and analysis to examine and verify the quality and safety of such products. Ibrahim Abubakar says, we are really behind the activities of this great agency. It is good to keep our nation strong and stand up. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Obule says, I love your program. Where is your office located? In Warri. SON Delta State office is at 19 High Court Road off Opanam Road, Asaba, Delta State. Ultimate from Abuja says, SON is really doing their job diligently. Thank you so much. We hope to serve you better. And that concludes this week's episode of the program Standard and You. Keep your messages coming in with your full name and location to the number 0705-972-4455. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. Remember, we have a vibrant YouTube channel where you can watch previous episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.